Fast forward, ini como Chinese so age politics abed. Podcast or training bugis big headlines. And it when you jump right na iribi exum or anidium home braxima. Ayana was subscribe to the channel Eric Amami. Best say young air political how is him. Ijadem any asem kotwa crowd. Na ningina OXP versus Martin Kpebu enyasem kotwa crowd. Martin Kpebu on one person legal practitioner, the lawyer, as a call a year. Of police victims in such cases, it is said you need OSP Enyana, Ejana Chino, Etucha Ejano. Na Menoka say, and a probe into exactly what transpired, or a year office war, a teaming a force the arrest, the detention, and a year, can I say, parliamentary call for scrapping of the OXP source office. At this point in time, young a brand lawyer and Ajamre, no one dive into the garbage. Age politics of it. Yabo in
In terms of its acting and appealing issues. This is what I want us to do. I'll get the thoughts of my audience as to whether or not we should be dissolving the Office of the Special Prosecutor shortly. But let's hear from lawyers for Martin Kpebu, because that will provide us with some grounding on where we are now and what the status of their client will be in the eyes of the OSP. Marcelinus Bia is counsel to lawyer Martin Kpebu. Good morning to you, sir, and thank you for joining us. Is it all over? Is the case settled as of now? What official communications do you have to that from the Office of the Special Prosecutor?
Mr. Soga, good morning once again, and good morning to all your viewers across the country. Yes, I don't think the matters are still settled, not at all. As much as I am aware, we are even billed to appear before them somewhere next week. Again, in relation to the matter of obstructing an officer of the OSP, in relation to a matter of obstructing the officer of the OSP, and not with the substantive matter which concerns the allegations that Mr. Kpebu had brought against the OSP. Yes, so I'm very much...
I want to get this. Were you expecting that the process would be this long? Or this is a new thing altogether, you just went there and that's the surprise element to you?
Yes, it's quite surprising that this matter came up. I strongly believe that this is another way of obstructing the entire process of looking into all Ghanaians reviewing the allegations being brought against the OSP by Mr. Martin Kpebu. Because let me just give you a narrative as to what happened on the third day. Yeah. So we attended upon their invitation. So we're basically their guests. And when we arrived at the premises of the Office of the Special Prosecutor, Martin sought to grant an interview outside the premises of the Office of the Special Prosecutor. So he went out and had that interview with some media personnel who were waiting to hear from him and to hear what his expectations were. So upon his return, he walked through the gate. So I was about, let's say, 50 meters away from the gate, and I saw him walk through the gate. And even before he walked through the gate, I saw that the police officer at the checkpoint, that is at the main entrance, looked in the direction to which Martin went into their cubicle, that is their stationary point, and picked a rifle and marched toward the direction in which Martin had left. So I was very calm in my head, knowing very well that Martin will not engage any hooliganism or whatever. So eventually the officer returned, and then Martin returned after the officer returned. So Martin walked through the gate. So he was about 5 meters away from the gate when I saw him turn. Obviously, I was about 50 meters away, so I couldn't hear what was happening. But of course, if you see that a man had walked through a gate and had left a particular location 5 meters away and suddenly turns, it's obvious that somebody would have probably prompted him or called on him or said something that caught his attention. Yeah. So he turned, and then I could see that the officer was talking to him. So he exchanged, from there, they started increasing their tone in conversation. And what I could hear was that the officer indicated that Martin was a stupid man. Of course, ordinarily, Martin also responded, "You are equally stupid." And then that was it. So when Martin approached us, so I was there with another female lawyer who went and brought Martin to where I was. So we were basically at almost at the reception point. So when Martin arrived, we actually wanted to make a complaint against the conduct of the officer at the gate. And we were told at the reception that the complaint officer, the person to take our complaint, was not available. That the complaint,
at the office of the special
that is correct. That the complaint officer or the person to take our complaint was not available for us to make a complaint. And then they suggested that why don't we attend to the invitation? And then when we descend back, so the invitation was at the 5th floor, and we were at the ground floor by then. So that by the time we come back, the complaint officer would have been there to take our complaint. So we resisted that invitation. We insisted that we wanted to make a complaint before we go, because we couldn't imagine that we were invited and then at least we should be accorded that kind of respect for also honoring their invitation. So long and short of it is that we eventually agreed that, okay, when we go up there to the 5th floor to meet
we and some of the team course was channel so Mamma was so Jim Ewa, the Senate of body and the Adomia. Channel Nanka said, politics are. Aha, neighbors are some.